Hello, I'm Warren Watson, the Director of J-Ideas at Ball State University. Publication design, says author Jan White, is a tool to make things clear, a lubricant for ideas. Poor design, he says, is like crackling static on the radio. So intelligent layout and design is important to your high school publication, whether it be a yearbook, newspaper, or periodical. Good design also applies to the ads you sell and display in your publications. Media today is much more visual. People appreciate the look of something before they read and absorb all that is in front of them. Billboards, TV, internet, magazines, vodcasts, movies, everything is more visual today and arresting. David Fowler, a famous ad designer, says that we're in a fist fight for people's eyeballs. I'll be talking about how you can improve the look of the advertising in your publication. Some proven tips and tricks. You know, ads have been part of newspapers for more than 180 years. At first, it was hard to distinguish between the news and the ads. Note this newspaper, Maine's Kennebec Journal, from 1825. Mostly type, and the news and advertising blend in. After a while, ads began to take on their own look. And the ads began to migrate to the side and bottom of newspaper pages. So 150 years ago, pages inside newspapers began to look like the pages of today. Some of that advertising was a bit different from what you see today. Here's an amusing ad for ladies' corsets from the 1880s. A little different, don't you think? Advertising became important as the country expanded westward, and there was an overabundance of goods and services made possible by the Industrial Revolution and a burgeoning population. People were producing goods, and there were customers out there willing to pay for those goods. Today, advertising is a major part of all publications. It's a way to contribute to the success of your own student media, as it is becoming more and more expensive to pay for all the things that go into your newspaper, yearbook, or periodical. School budgets are tightening. Let's take a look at some ads. This is an ad from a high school publication that shows all of the elements of an effective ad. There's a strong and clever headline, effective body copy, and additional information in bullet form. There is a call to action. The name and logo of the business is prominent. And there are ways for consumers to get the service: an address, a phone number, a website. This ad has asymmetrical balance. Note that the boxer is offset some. Asymmetrical ads in general create more visual interest than a symmetrical ad like this. But a good headline and all of the other key elements make this ad as effective as well. Some advertising is visually focused. This is a famous old Campbell's soup ad that extols the virtues of soup on the rocks. Here's another ad that is word-focused but also symmetrical. All of the elements are centered. That makes that symmetry. This ad for Captain Jarvis is beautifully simple, with just a hint of an illustration. You can almost smell the coffee. Note the aroma wafting up from behind the letters. Very well done in this high school publication. It is always best to keep advertising simple and straightforward. Great ad designers will say that it is important to get the reader's attention within 2 to 3 seconds. Here's another ad with a quick and simple message for an orthodontist. Each of the ads I have shown uses white space well. You don't have to fill up every corner of the ad space. White space helps set off the message in a clean sort of way. As I said earlier, it's hard to get the message from an ad like this that is so cluttered. Another important tool in ad design is contrast. Let's look at an ad prototype developed a few years ago as part of the Society for News Design ad project. Seafood Bay. Note how everything here is bold and in the same typeface. our eyes notice distinct changes. Contrast is created by using different sizes and shapes of various elements: photos, type, sometimes color. Here is another prototype for Seafood Bay, a second version. There was a greater distinction between large and small. The name of the business stands out. The use of bold and light type better organized the ad. It's much easier to follow. Here is another ad from the same project that shows the importance of that visual contrast, Carmen's. The first ad is a jumble of logos. There is no dominant element, no focal point at which to start. The new ad creates a visual hierarchy. The name of the business, again, more prominent. The call to action, everyday low prices, stands out, and the clutter is gone. Legibility in advertising is also important. It's important to be able to easily read type. Watch out for problems caused by type that is obscured by visual elements. As we close, here are some additional reminders about ad design, things to keep in mind when you sit down and design your own ads. Paying attention to the design of your ads will make your publication more effective. Keep in mind that your readers are not only checking out your stories, but they're also reading your ads.